The Argentine football superstar Lionel Messi has said he hopes to keep winning at his first press conference as a player at Paris Saint-Germain. The 34-year-old signed a 2-year deal with the French club following an emotional departure from Barcelona, the club he joined more than 20 years ago when he was just 13, before he went on to win 6 Ballon d'Ors and become arguably the greatest footballer of all time. Here's Messi speaking earlier.
I still want to play, I still want to win, as I wanted at the first moment of my career. And with this club, the staff, I think this club is really ready to fight for all the trophies. This is my goal. I want to keep growing, keep winning titles, and that's why I come here to this club. I hope we can make it happen.
Well, joining me now is Dr. Dan Plumley, who's a sport finance expert at Sheffield Hallam University. Thank you very much for joining us here on the programme. I mean, we know what Messi can deliver on the pitch, but how big a deal is this for PSG off the pitch?
Yeah, I think, of course, there's a commercial aspect to this that we can't ignore. So we know that he will command high wages. We've seen the value of the reported figures, which will be a significant cost for PSG. But the flip side of that is that this player also generates you some commercial deals that potentially you wouldn't have signed without him. So he is a global superstar. You know, he's considered arguably the greatest footballer of all time. So, yeah, there is, of course, an off-pitch impact of this as much as there is an on-pitch one.
Of course, they have other superstars, PSG, like Neymar. I mean, should we be asking how on earth they can afford Messi as well?
I think it's obviously an important question. You know, we know that European football clubs are governed by UEFA's financial fair play regulations, but you know, Paris Saint-Germain as a club have been okay against those regulations for the 3 years prior to COVID, and then obviously the regulations have been relaxed slightly because of COVID as well. So there are clubs that are better placed to take opportunity in the crisis, and Paris Saint-Germain are one of those clubs, and no surprise to see them, you know, swooping for Messi in this regard when the chance arose.
Messi was so emotional talking about leaving Barca, but I suppose if he really wanted to, couldn't he have shaved or talked about shaving more off his salary instead?
I'm led to believe that wasn't an option because of the regulations in La Liga. So the 50% wage cap was the absolute minimum that the player could have gone to. I know we talk about he could have played for free, and of course from a financial sense he could have, but from a contractual arrangement he couldn't. So there is that aspect of legal regulations in La Liga, which is an agreement between the league and the clubs, which is slightly different to other leagues in Europe. So yeah, I think on the face of it, could he have played for free? In a financial sense, yes, but contractually that wasn't an option, and hence we arrived at this point where Barcelona simply couldn't afford him against the figure they'd been set, and he had to move, and that was where we've ended up at this point.
Dr. Dan Plumley, thank you so much for joining us here on the programme.